I can share with you today, and I'm going to share with you today, that I've been where you are. I was there. I struggled. I did not know where my next meal was going to come from. I did not know how I was going to pay my rent. I did not know how I was going to look after my family. But then I learned a secret, and I am willing to share that secret with you. These days, I fly around between LA, New York with my private jet. I bought a few homes, extra ones, New York, LA, Cape Town, and my newest addition was my different colors, Lamborghinis. My friend, I know the secret, and today I am willing to share it with you. All you need to do is press that button, press it, apply before the time runs out. You only have 5 hours for that limited edition. I'm waiting for you. I will be here for you. I will mentor you. Hi, doctor. So my name is Corin, and the topic I chose was the anti-MLM and the anti-fake guru business. I chose this topic because they exist for the specific problem that they have with the MLM and the fake guru business. And that is that they aim to make people aware of the false advice and the problematic business practices. So this movement is currently growing, and it's very good for the anti-MLM and the anti-fake business to grow. But although they are growing and including on social media, it means that the MLM and the fake business gurus is also growing with technology that is improving. So the anti-MLM and anti-fake guru movement, they strongly focus on ethics, and they value education, and they verified experts who tries to fight the fraud, fight the schemes, and fight the lies. So the problem statement lies within the goal of the business of the fake gurus, because they, both them and the MLM, tries to sell you a secret. They try to say that they know a secret and that they're now willing to share it with you. And the gurus, they actually make use of the, what they call it, the guru products, to try and sell you their secret by flashing off the guru products. While the MLM, they have a product which they, I want to say, hide behind, because the amazing opportunity is not a product, but MLM, the multi-level marketing, is the amazing product that can help you to make money. So when I did a research for my project, I came across John M. Taylor, and he did a case against multi-level marketing. And it was very interesting what he said, because he said that the loss rate of MLMs is 99%, which means 1 in 100 MLM participants makes clear profit, and that 99 of that 100 people actually lose their money. And he says, as a general rule, the more a new recruit invests in MLM, the more he or she loses. And this is, of course, a scam. So for the process that I'm going to follow is the soft system method. In the application, I will make use of the rich picture diagram, and I ask myself the catwalk questions. Who is the customer? Who is the actor? What is the transformation process? What is the world view? Who are the owners, and what is the environmental constraints. Okay, so here we have the soft system mythology, the 7 steps of soft system mythology. What is interesting is the division between the real world thinking and the system thinking. So the 7 steps, step 1 is identify the problem. We already did that. We said that the anti-MLM and anti-fake guru business have against the MLM and the fake guru business that they actually sell lies. They sell lies to people, and that only 1 in 100 succeeds. So we look at the rich picture, which is the CATWO, the customer, the actors, the transformation process, the worldview, the owners, and the environmental constraints. We're going to look at the root definitions, the change, compare with real world situation, define changes, and how to take actions by recommendations and a conclusion in the end. So this is just very interesting for me. Again, that the system or the soft system mythology, the difference between the real world thinking and when system thinking comes into place. In front of you now is my rich picture, which uses the CATWO, as I mentioned, with the problem statement in the middle, which is the MLM and the fake guru movement, which the anti-MLM and the anti-fake guru movement have the problem against. Specifically, as I mentioned before, their lies. So I'm going to just start with the customer, and when I did research about the customer, I found out that they are actually uneducated and they're vulnerable and desperate, and they often lose their money and they waste their money and they become bankrupt and cashless and broke. And because they are so desperate, they get won over by the gurus, for instance, saying, do you want to be a winner or do you want to be a loser? So their feelings are used, psychology, marketing 101. They are used to be thinking in a certain way. And as you can see there, that the service that the gurus and MLM gives them, they think that will help them, but most of them ends up worse than they actually started with, as we saw out that 99% of these people loses their money. So with the actors, what I found is the actors are the guru and the MLM themselves. They have very high confidence and they are very good at motivating and sharing that confidence and promising to be an actor. So what they do is, specifically the gurus, they make these ads, and these ads become normal to people after a while. So then they take this old ad and it changes into something new, but it's not new. It's the same old ad that's just spiced up with steroids, made better. And now it's on the internet and the people think, wow, it looks so amazing. I love it. And the other problem is, let's say a customer goes to the internet and they look, is this people legit? What did the people do? They actually went to social media agency and they went to the black market where they bought fake likes, fake subscribers. And these people look at them and they think, wow, they are so popular. Look at how many likes they have, or look at how many subscribers they have. But it's actually fake. And these actors keeps emailing and phone and advertising to increase their customer base. And the other problem is that this gurus and MLMs who sells you this product, they try to flash it off by showing them their fancy lifestyles and their jets and their cars. And you think, wow, this service is amazing. It helped them. It's going to help me for certain. But yeah, the transformation process is the get rich quick scheme. They believe, or they make you believe, that their product and the way they dress and the way they look, they sell you an idea and a motivation and a dream, and they try to trick you in time frames, because with fake supply and demand, they create a fake scarcity, which you feel, if I don't do it in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to lose out for the rest of my life. And that's the problem, because with the MLM, they recruit, their process is recruiting, and then you rise up because now you have so many people underneath you. The more people you get underneath you, the better you are, so then you rise again. And the people underneath you recruit more people, and they recruit more people. And then you go to the worldview. In the worldview, what I found very interesting is the donations. So yeah, people sit back and I see you, and you are giving donations for poor children in Africa, hungry children in Africa, and I think, wow, they are so good. They're looking after children, they're giving them food to eat. And they make this amazing opportunity with their product. And psychology, they try to target you by telling you, are you a winner? Are you a loser? So they use emotion, and they use marketing 101. They try to sell you a product that lies to you, to say to you, you will become so rich, you will become so beautiful, you will be so young, you will be so happy. So they play with your emotions. And the worst of all for me is what happens to the customers after they play with their emotions and they lie to them. Is worst case scenarios is, unfortunately, that when people commit to gurus and commit to MLMs because they put their last money in them and they trust them, and these people literally put their last money in it, and they have nothing left, they have nowhere to turn, and they lose everything. Unfortunately, there has been recorded suicides because of schemes like this. So when you look at the owners, you get the gurus and the MLM who sells you this product, and which is very important for me is I also included here the heroes of the internet, which is the anti-gurus and the anti-MLM, because they are actually, in my eyes, the owner of this entire process, the owner of the problem statement that I created, because they are the ones who's fighting it. They are fighting for the truth, for the poor, for the uneducated. They are fighting because they got caught themselves before. So they are warning people because they either got caught or their friend got caught or a loved one got caught. They are warning people against the lies. And these owners, which I mentioned before, the gurus and the MLM, they are the ones that ends up on top. So they are the only ones who is actually making the money. They are persistent and they hook you with a promise and they target you with their scams. So unfortunately, when you look at the top of these recruit and rise, the ones on the top, that 1% that I was referring to just now, that 1 out of 100, 1%, they are the ones who's making the money. Unfortunately, that means the ones at the bottom are not making the money. The desperate ones, the vulnerable ones, the broken ones, they are not making the money. So now I go to environmental constraints, which is the E in CATWO. So yeah, what happens is people realize this is a scam, and this is the anti-guru and the MLM. They get caught once. Now they know the lies. They know to avoid this. They see the lies. They see the scams and they see the big picture. So their mission in life is now to go out and to tell the truth. So here, doctor, what I couldn't do in the previous slide, I'm showing you the interconnection of everything in the system. Every single thing is connected. And the reason why I didn't do it in the previous slide is because obviously then we couldn't go step for step through what is happening. But here it is. This is, as you can see, the customers influence the actors influence the owners influence the transformation process are influenced by the environmental constraints and by the worldview. Just if we take this blue thick arrow, I connected the dreams that are selling to you as lies, because this is the whole problem statement. So everything here, again, is interconnected. And this is why system methods is so important, because not one single thing in this problem statement, in this lies, in the problem that the anti-MLM and the anti-fake guru movement has with the MLM and the fake guru movement. Everything is interconnected. In system thinking, a leveraging point is a place in a system structure where a solution element can be applied. As Robert Fitzpatrick predicts, that most people at the bottom of the pyramid do not make money, and it's actually the ones on the top. This research is conducted by the world's top MLM experts, including the research published by the FTC. The MLM are the most unfair and deceptive businesses of all business opportunities and of all pyramid schemes. On average, 99% of all participants receives less than $10 a week in commission before all expenses. Less than 1% of MLM participants makes profit. So they said that they called 16 taxpayers, and none of them had a client who reported profit on MLM. 6% of them were active on MLM themselves, but interesting, they reported 300 clients that made profit. So with COVID-19 pandemic, the past 18 months, it increased the market for the MLM. It increased the desperate and the vulnerable because of the big promise of making money. People are unemployed. People lost their job. So opportunities, they were looking for opportunities to pay the bills. It's now more than ever important to expose scams. There is no excuses why they are doing what they are doing to the poor and the desperate. This is why I support the anti-MLM and anti-fake guru movements. They are doing everything they can to expose these people. What they do are so important. People should support them more. Showing people that they are being used and that they are giving worthless ideas and secrets, which they tend to sell as get rich quick money scheme. And what is worse is because they are increasing on the internet, the victims has become wider, or the age gap has become wider, because these days more young people on the internet and they can steal their mother's credit card and want to buy this awesome opportunity, which ends up not being an opportunity, but they actually become a victim of schemes and scams. So to conclude and recommend, and this is going to be a long one. The system just keeps repeating itself. We can see that the system gets updated and changed with time and technology. They just trick the unexpected in a new way. When the public gets used to the way gurus and MLM sells their products, gurus and MLM just create new ideas from old tricks, or they just change the product. It's not anymore oil, it's now a vitamin to make it look more attractive, new, fresh, better, but it's the same idea. So fake gurus and MLM are shameless to rob the uneducated, the desperate and the poor from their lost cash. They sell lies and fraud, and they trick people. The fact that people commit suicide and that MLMs and fake gurus business just keep continuing is shocking. Unfortunately, people are gullible. They think rich schemes are the answer. MLM and fake gurus use these get-rich-quick scams for personal gain, and they exploit the public shamelessly, leveraging the system for their own personal advantage. They promise a more successful life, although the heroes of the internet is trying to fight this battle and to protect people from the gurus and the MLM, I believe these heroes do great work and they need all the support they can get. To people, I would recommend to people who wants to apply for MLM and a guru, ask them their tax return for the past year or few years and see how they acquired. It is safe to say that MLMs is not legitimate income opportunities. Recruitment-driven MLMs is truly scams. As a business model, MLM is likely the most successful con game of all time. The very people that are out recruiting themselves are victims until they themselves run out of money and quit. And because the victims don't often file complaints, law enforcement can seldom act. So the cycle keeps repeating itself and the lies keep going on. I can talk out of personal experience as I have been in the MLM business, and the feeling afterwards of how could I let them trick me, and how could I believe, because the moment I say, just get in, we will support you, we will help you to rise, we will get you more recruits under you. The moment you sign that paper and you're in, sorry, no, each guy is actually for himself over here. Yeah, so the MLM robs people of time, hope, relationships, self-confidence, and people like myself end up with shame and regret. So Dean van Draft said, the basic question that needs to be asked is this: if the product and service is so great, then why isn't it sold under a customary marketing system? Why does it need this special marketing? Why the bait? Why the fancy cars, fancy homes, lots of money on the table while you're speaking? Why all of this if it is a legitimate opportunity? It is generally agreed that to mislead people in order to get money is more morally reprehensible. It is labeled theft or fraud, and those who do it should be punished. Pyramid schemes is illegal. They are illegal because they are dishonest. They exploit the most vulnerable of people, the desperate and out of work, and the ignorant. In the end, it comes down to analyzing data. They make use of marketing one-on-one. They are not sharing their secret with you. They will not share their secret with you. If there was a secret and if they make so much money off you, why would I share it with you? Why would I give you a piece of the pie? Real money gets made when you invest in real assets. It doesn't come from get-rich-quick schemes while they flash their fancy guru products at you. So for my assignment and my reflection, I start by quoting Seth Godin. The best way to change the long-term behavior is with short-term feedback. So balancing in my life with feedback loops and checkpoints, I can track myself. I can document how my process is going, and I can challenge myself to think more about my thinking, to know my mental models. And I did not even know the term mental models before this course, but I know they are not complete. And I remember this video of a tree, and your mental model will never ever be complete. You must always stay humble. There's always so much more to learn. And the best thing I learned here is that from failures comes opportunity. Because take myself, for instance, in the MLM business, I felt like a failure, but now I'm educated to know. I'm educated to know that they are selling fraud and lies, and I'm educated to tell other people, ask them A, B, and C questions. I can recommend to them, ask them A, B, and C questions and see what their answer are. And every smaller system and every smaller choice I make in life, it impacts the bigger system. So people hide behind masks. The MLM gurus are often hide behind charities to improve their reputation. As I said earlier, They feed hungry kids in Africa somewhere, and suddenly you think, oh, wow, they are doing a good cause. I really want to support them. But they use marketing 101, social media, advertising, to paint a certain picture that is fake. And it plays with us emotions and lies to us about what will make us happy. Search for true happiness, your root, and embrace change. Embrace soft system thinking. Because what stood out for me was one of the videos in the first classes. Are you lost in a world like me? We have to help each other to see. We learn to live in the service, in this rat race, where everything needs to be quick. I want to make money quick. I want to do this quick. I don't want to wait for my food at McDonald's. But think about your thinking. What is it in that video that attracts me? People are so lonely these days, and they look to the wrong things that will make them happy. They look to celebrities and think, oh, yo, they look so happy. If only I can have big butt, or if only I can have pretty skin like them, or the makeup, or the clothes, or the cars. Without time in quietness to really think about your thinking and to reflect, your dreams will stay empty. And after this class, I'm really challenged to find that balance, to find out what will make me happy. What in my work, in the small thing in my work, I can change to make a positive impact on the entire system, to change the system, to give it a better result, to spot the marketing 101 lies, to address what is wrong, to find this battle, to make the system better for everybody. Doctor, the last thing I would like to mention is how I really enjoyed this class, how I really enjoyed how system thinking challenges me not to only think about the part of my life, but to think about my life as a system as a whole. As I mentioned, to think about the one thing that affects everything. Now, little choices every day, little opportunities, little wins and little failures really contributes to the bigger system. And this is why in life we have to really make use of every single opportunity that worked out the right way. And when it did not work the right way, to really choose how we live with that and to remember that it impacts the entire system, to really make the best out of learning from it. I think for myself personally, when I mentioned part of the mask is it's so easily to walk around and to smile and to say everything is okay. And you see videos like, are you lost in a world like me? And you think, I don't know how the world got to this place. I don't know how, but we are all guilty of it, sitting on our phones and really just thinking about ourselves. And time is limited. So how often do you really reach out to another person who's lost in a world like me? How to really, in my everyday life and in my work, to take off the mask, to be vulnerable. But I think for myself personally, it's more about helping other people to remove their mask and to have someone to talk to in their systems, in their lives, to feel better when they go home, to feel better when they come to work, because they know there are people without masks that's willing to support them. And I do believe that every single person with the lot or the little that they do in this entire system, we all have an effect on someone else. And it's unfortunately that marketing 101 and the media shows us all of these things that will make us happy. And you see these people with nothing and they're happier than these people with all the Botox in the world, all the fake pearly teeth, the beautiful eyelashes, the I don't know, the rich cars, the houses, and you see these poor people and they genuinely have truly happiness, they found it, and they are the ones that's giving more to the system than anyone ever did. And that is what's challenging me, to become that part of the system that gives out positivity, that gives out motivation for the right reasons, not to gain like the gurus, self-gain. And I think that is where the anti-MLM and the anti-fake guru movements, when I did my research and I saw that people actually take them out because they have so much emotions invested in this and they become so hatred with it that in the end, we all have a reason for doing what we did. And yes, they are fighting it because somewhere inside they are mad because for myself, you have been tricked in this yourself or one of your loved ones and you want to get them back. But later, unfortunately, they gain popularity as well. And it's so easy in the system to do stuff because you gain out of it yourself. And I think that's the best thing from the feedback loops is to constantly track yourself. Not only am I moving forward, am I doing a positive change in the system, but what emotions am I truly doing it from? And I think that is the big thing. It's fine to be deep person, Sister Methods taught me. It's fine to go deep and to really do reflection on the inside, to think about your thinking in the deepest part and to realize that when you do good stuff, it's good, but don't get caught up in it for the wrong reasons, for the attention, like the MLM people who gets more likes and subscribers when the anti-MLM people gets more likes and subscribers. And this is where I'm challenged. I'm truly challenged to go and to think about my reasons for doing what I'm doing. It's fine to do good and it's fine to be positive in the system, but putting on a mask while you're doing that, that's not fine. So go really and do deep self-reflection. And I truly enjoyed your class and thank you so much for it. Take care. Bye.